Saturday, everybody. Today we are just releasing next week's live class schedule. So yesterday was our last one of last week. So the week coming up, same schedule, Monday 9:30 a.m., Tuesday at 5:45 p.m., Wednesday at 4:30 p.m., Friday at 11:45 a.m. Also, Tuesday at 1 p.m. we have our express class yet again with Laurier. To sign up for that one, just go to @WLU Recreation and on Instagram, and you'll find the Zoom number there. Also, we need to mention that we still miss you guys. We are really feeling kind of like a return to normal is in the air. As of yesterday, we entered phase 2 in the whole COVID plan for Ontario. Can't help but feel things are going to start getting back to normal. So start preparing, guys, at home for our reopening. Start preparing for that by getting moving, getting in on these workouts a little more often, try to get moving again regularly. Find a routine if you haven't yet. Get into it. With that said, I'll pass it over to Yash here for the workout.
All right, guys, we're gonna get moving in this workout. Alternating V-sits, front rack lunges. It's gonna be a burner of a workout, 5 rounds. So with the alternating V-sits there, a little bit different, going cross-body, reaching for that opposite leg each time. For the front rack lunges here, you guys can do them on the spot, or if you have some space, you guys can go for walking steps each time. So basically you're gonna be holding that weight on the left side to start off with, and then 10 on the right side. But you're gonna be alternating lunges with your feet each time. So 5 rounds here. I'm gonna say, try to aim to see if you can keep each round around that 2 minutes and 30 seconds or 3 minutes at most. So you're looking at about a 15-minute workout here. That's on average. I think you guys can go a little bit faster than that, so see if you can challenge yourself. The V-sits are probably going to be the hardest part here, especially going cross-body. So if you need to, go with those jackknives for today, but still, again, work on getting that cross-body action. Other than that, guys, I'm going to pass it over to Chris for the afterburner.
Alright guys, so for today's afterburner, we're actually just working on our kipping handstand push-ups. So we're going to do this for quality, 20 to 30 reps. If you want to go a little more than that, that's fine. A little less, that's fine. Depending on how much focus this takes for you, that's kind of what we're going for. If you cannot do kipping handstand push-ups or regular handstand push-ups, never fear. We're going to give you guys some alternate options today in the afterburner video. Remember, as per, we had a blog post not long ago about scaling workouts. Sometimes you see something you can't do and you shy away from doing it. Do the opposite of that, guys. If you see something you can't do, like a kipping handstand push-up, don't be afraid. Start working on progressions and skills to get you there eventually. We will be covering that in the afterburner, which will be shortly after this post.
See you next. All right, we're here for the warm-up. So we're gonna start off with part A, which is getting that hip and the glutes nice and active. So starting off with those hip circles, we're gonna keep it a little bit different this time. We're gonna go from the hollow position and keep those circles a little bit smaller. We're trying to work on moving that hip in a controlled fashion. So to get into that hollow first, guys, so you guys can start from that pike position, that seated position here. You guys are gonna round that back, tuck in that rib cage so you're getting that core engagement. You sit back into that hollow position. Once you're here, we're gonna focus on one leg. We're gonna go for 5 nice small circles, really just trying to focus on the control of the hip. If it's getting very choppy, make a smaller circle, and as you get more comfortable with it, then you guys can get a little bit larger with that circle, or even get a little bit faster. I don't want to see you guys go like this, so make sure it's nice and controlled the entire time. 5 in the clockwise direction, 5 in the counterclockwise direction on that one leg, then switch and do it on the opposite side. Once you're done that, you guys stay on the floor. Let's go for those single-legged glute bridges. So lift that one leg off the ground, back is flat against the floor. We drive our hips up and really feel that in our hamstrings and our glutes. 15 on one side, then once you're done, switch and do 15 on the opposite side. Again, make sure that hip is opening up each time you do it. Once you're done part A, we're gonna go to part B here. So with part B, you're gonna start off with a cardio component. 60 double unders, 20 calories, or 400-meter run here. Or if you guys have a pool, jump in that pool, go for a quick little swim. Once you're done that cardio component, we're gonna go for the second movement, which is 8 seated leg lifts over an object. So we're gonna get that core nice and active and that hip flexor active. So just pick any object, don't pick an object that's too tall. Start with a basic object and then you can get a little bit higher. We're gonna focus on that one leg at first. So we've done those leg lifts before with both legs and sometimes with single leg. This time I'm going to go over top of an object. So start with one leg. You're going to keep that core nice and tight. You're going to lift that leg over the object and then back in again. So we're going to go for 8 reps. Once you're done 8 reps, switch and do it on the opposite side. Again, to make it harder, bring your hands in. To make it easier, hands further back. So play around with it. What the focus is to get that core engagement and the hip engagement there. Last movement here, 20 seconds of that single arm plank. So we're gonna go off with one hand. What I wanna see is that I want you to push through that lat into the ground, really try to engage that lat and the core as well at the same time. So I'm in this position, we're gonna start off nice and wide, have a nice wide base, thinking about pushing hard into the floor, keeping the core tight. 20 seconds here, then 20 seconds on the opposite side. If you want to make it more challenging, bring your feet in, or if you want to make it a little bit easier, go off your knees, but again, still focus on pushing hard through that lat as you're doing that single arm plank. 2 rounds of that, guys, and then we'll see you guys next for the workout movements.
Okay guys, for today's workout we have 5 rounds of 20 alternating V-sits. So you should be able to do all 20 unbroken in the first round, or maybe just one breakup. As you get tired, you might have to start breaking that up a little bit. So for that V-sit, we're gonna start off, first of all, keep the shoulder blades pinned together, but we're gonna pull that rib cage in and lower and around that back. So you're gonna get a little bit of a rounded back situation. And then we're gonna start off by thinking of driving our both hands up towards one leg. We're trying to stay in that hollow body position the whole time as you transfer from side to side. This is going to definitely start taxing the core as you get more and more tired. If you guys are having a hard time with your balance, you might start kind of like moving around on that one, having a tough time. You can just do the knee as well. So we're just going to bring the knee in towards the chest, opposite sides. You can still go overhead, bring the knee in if you like. Just really focus on that core as you go, trying not to let that rib cage out during the V-sits. After we're done that, we're gonna go for 10 front rack lunges in the front rack position. And we're gonna try to do this with a walking lunge. So you're gonna have an object on the one arm, and you're just gonna go for a walking lunge. Try to keep that rib cage down as well here, guys. We don't wanna see arching in the back. We also don't want to see you pushing from the toes. So as you're taking your steps, make sure you're on that heel, touch the ground with the back knee. You can stand up tall if you would like to get readjusted, switch to the other side, or you can just continually just walk. So we're just doing a lunge, touching the ground, standing up, touching the ground, and continue on in that way. As far as weight for today's workout goes, this can of Lysol would be a little bit too light for me for today's workout. You do want something that's adding some tension, some weight. We would recommend something along the lines, if you have the luxury of having dumbbells or kettlebells, something like a 50-pound dumbbell for the guys, 35 for the girls, would probably put you in that right ballpark. You should be able to do all 10 on one arm, maybe shake out your arms, pick in legs, pick up the weight on the other arm, and then go and do 10 on the other side. Enjoy this workout. We'll see you for the afterburn.
All right, so we're here for the afterburner, guys. We're gonna work on those handstand push-ups. So kipping handstand push-ups, always a fun movement here. I'm gonna start off with some basic movements that you can start off with, which are more of a strict movement to get comfortable just with the set. So before we get into the kipping handstand push-ups, you guys can also do 20 to 30 descents from a dive bomber or an L-sit position from the box. So I'm going to show you guys the box variation. You guys can go off your couch as well. So pretend that's a couch. You guys are going to put your feet on that elevated object. object, walk your hands in so you can get into a nice L position as best as possible. Then from here, we're going to think about leaning a little bit forward, head in front of the hands, bring our head down, and then once you're done, you can drop your knees, and then reset again. We're going to focus just on that descent today if you're not going to be going inverted against the wall, or if you're not comfortable kicking up to it quite yet. If you are comfortable, guys, for the kipping handstand push-up, it's always good to work on that descent as well. So even if you can't kick yourself up, let's work on just getting into that loaded position and getting ourselves ready to get up there. So personally, I like, with kipping handstand push-ups, keeping my knees out to the side, almost kind of like in a squat position, and keeping the soles of my feet close together. So I'll show you guys what that looks like. I'm going to get inverted, just slowly come down, my head touches the mat, then I'm going to bring my knees in, and kind of in like a frog stance with the soles of my foot kind of facing inwards. The reason for that, guys, it keeps your spine nice and straight, gets you nice and in a good position and ready for your next rep there. If you bring your knees in a little bit too much, get that roundedness at the back. So I want you to try to keep yourself nice and static the entire time, or nice and loaded throughout the spine. So think about kind of going a little bit wider with your feet. I'll show you guys that again. Getting loaded, head comes down to the back, bring those knees up, get into a nice wide stance, soles of the feet facing in. For the actual kick part of it, guys, once you're about to drive yourself up, first think about initiating through those legs, kicking hard towards the wall. As you get closer to that extension of the legs, push hard through your arms. So you kind of want to think about it like a push press. So once you're dipping down and you're going to get yourself up, just about before you start extending through the legs, you're going to start driving up to carry that momentum up. So kind of the same concept here, guys. Let's get into that handstand. Nice controlled descent, frog stance, and drive hard towards the wall. And as I'm driving myself up, guys, I'm thinking about bringing my feet together to match up at the top. At the bottom, the knees can be nice and flat. Have fun with this one, guys. If you're not comfortable driving up, just work on the descent for now to get comfortable in that position. Hope the workout was great. We'll see you guys tomorrow.